Louisiana is the third largest rice producing state in the country, but now Louisiana rice growers are planning to do something they haven't done since 1959. This week in Louisiana Agriculture's Naquin reports how rice farmers gathered in Crowley recently to see just where their industry is headed in 2009.
With the economic crisis affecting the entire country, the Louisiana rice industry is no different. High hopes at the beginning of 2008 turned into big disappointment with high input costs cutting into profits. And as many rice fields are flooded for crawfish, the minds of many Louisiana rice growers are flooded with questions of their industry.
The future is somewhat questionable.
At the International Rice Festival building in Crowley, state rice leaders in the USDA met with Louisiana farmers to answer concerns of the industry's future.
We were successful in passing a farm bill in 2008, but there's some definite problems with the rules that were written by the Department of Agriculture over the holidays. So we've got a real challenge to straighten that out.
The money given to the Rice Council goes to organizations to promote the rice industry to everyone in the United States. However, during this conference, the promotion most farmers were concerned about was the industry's campaign to trade with Cuba once again.
We're also working very hard to get the Cuba market open because it would benefit Louisiana rice farmers greatly. They eat more rice than anybody in the world. They love American rice. They would be a huge market for us overnight.
They bring in 800,000 metric tons, and they have told us on more than one occasion that half of that, 400,000 metric tons, they would probably import from us. So 400,000 metric tons, that's the production in Louisiana.
The United States embargo with Cuba started in 1959. Now, almost half a century later, some believe the embargo long ago served its purpose and should be lifted.
We trade with Russia. We trade with Iran, Iraq. Why shouldn't we trade with Cuba? I mean, it's very close-minded.
Even those without ties to Louisiana agree it will be beneficial to the state, but warn leaders to see the big picture.
Whoever it is that's supplying Cuba with their rice now is going to be selling that rice to somebody else somewhere else and affecting the overall world market.
Dr. Ward says he doesn't want rice growers to become overly optimistic.
We don't want to blow that up and think that, hey, that we can extrapolate that into increased world demand if we have more access in other countries, because that may not happen.
But with an administration and Congress favorable to the idea of opening trade with Cuba, farmers and leaders agree trade will happen sooner rather than later.
There's a lot of people interested in this issue.
An issue that Louisiana rice growers hope will help them through the tough economic times. In Crowley, I'm Naquin for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Betsy Ward says the demand for rice has already grown over the past year with the introduction of brown rice into whole grain diets, as well as the commodity's inclusion in the WIC, or Women, Infant, and Children's Welfare Feeding Program.